Okay. So let's see. You can see a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So owner, employee, lenders, creditors, customer, and the government. The owner is one who is a promoter of the business, who started the business. Okay. So the owner who supply capital needs to know how much income is earned by using that fund. See, owner is a person who started the business. So he has invested capital into the business. So at the end of the year, he should know okay, how much he has earned. So the very first person who needs accounting is the owner, that is a promoter of the business. Second is employees. Employees need to know whether their employees is profitable as well as stable. Okay, that for example, see, if I am working in some organization, I should know what are the financial status of that organization, because suppose that the financial status of that organization is not sound, so the employer cannot able to give me the salary on time. So it is very much necessary on the part of the employee to know the financial status, because a profitable concern will pay a good salary and big bonus. Okay, suppose if I'm working in an organization and that organization has sound financial status, then too their organization is able to give me the salary and the bonus. Okay, so it is very much necessary for the employee also. Next is a lender. Lender such as bank which give loans to business concern needs to know that, for example, a businessman while starting the business has borrows the loan from the bank. So bank should know okay, what is the financial status. Suppose if I am the bank and I am giving loan to the certain organization, so I should know okay, what is the financial status of that particular business, whether that business is able to repay me or not. Creditors is one who supply the business. Creditors is one, see, suppose if I want to purchase some goods and I don't have a good money, okay, that time I'll purchase the goods on the credit. Okay, udhar pe saman kharidte, that is credit. So creditors is one who supplied raw material to us on the credit. So even creditors want to know okay, whether their money will come back or not. Next is customer. Customer who purchase the goods need to know whether they can depend upon the business concern for supplying of the goods over a long period of time. See something, for example, see, for example, a customer is purchasing the good as something like shampoos, some certain eatable products. Okay, so customer every day, say for example, whatever soap you are using or whatever paste you are using, something that is your brand loyal. Okay, just for example, Colgate. People are using Colgate. Majority of the Indians are using the Colgate. Majority of the world population are using the Colgate. So people should know, the customers should know whether that Colgate supply will be there over a period of time or not. The survival of the business is there or not. It's not that okay, 1 month supply is there, 1 month supply will be not there. Okay, the customer want to know what is the status of the business. Last party is the government. And government need to know what taxes should be paid by the concern. For example, businessman is doing the business, is earning the money, is earning the revenue. So definitely the government is charging taxes to them. So even government wants to know that that particular organization is paying the proper tax or not. So these are the various parties, those are interested in the accountancy. Okay, that means accounting. Is that clear, student? Students, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now let's see the branches of the accounting. There are 3 branches of accounting. One is financial accounting, one is cost accounting, and one is management accounting. Let's see what is financial accounting. Financial accounting record the business transaction in the books of account in such a way that the profit or loss of the particular period and the financial position of the particular date can be known. See, normally for the normal people, if someone say accounts, तो उसके लिए एक ही चीज है, but actually account is not one. Account is divided into 3 parts. You can see the flow chart over there. The very first row says the financial accounting. That means in the financial accounting, whatever this is, those who have done from the commerce, they know they have prepared the ledger, journal, uh, different subsidiary books, trial balance, final account. All this transaction is related to the finance. That is called the financial accounting. At the end of the year, we prepare the balance sheet. On the basis of the balance sheet, we come to know what is a gross profit, what is a gross loss, what is a net profit, what is a net loss, what is the financial position of the assets and liabilities. That is totally a financial accounting. The second thing is that cost accounting. Now, what is cost accounting? See, cost accounting involves collection, classification, and ascertain of the cost of production, job, contract, processes. That means, see, cost accounting is purely deal with cost. That means if I am making a product, for example, suppose I am making a book. for one book. For example, see for this your accounts book, financial accounting book. Suppose I am preparing one book and one book costing me ₹100. So I should get a profit of ₹25. That means my books should be sold at ₹125. Okay, that means cost accounting deal with the cost. If for suppose for making this book, I require paper, I require printing machine, I require ink. So what is the cost involved in all these transactions? Okay, last one is a management accounting. Management accounting involves the use of the accounting data collected with the help of the financial accounting and the cost accounting. That means with the help of the financial accounting we come to know कि प्रॉफिट कितना हुआ, लॉस कितना हुआ, हमारे पास कितने एसेट्स है, कितने लायबिलिटीज है. ओके, एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ द कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग वी कम टू नो कि हमको एक प्रोडक्ट बनाने के लिए कितना कॉस्ट जा रहा है, व्हाट इज द कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व इन प्रिपेयरिंग द वन प्रोडक्ट. और ये दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन किसमें है? मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग. दैट मीन्स जो ओनर है बिजनेस का, जो मैनेजर्स है, जो बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स है, उनको डिसीजन लेना है. तो वो डिसीजन किसके ऊपर लेंगे? ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग. ओके, clear student clear?
Ma'am, management accounting is a mix of finance and cost, na?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Management account.
Management accounting is for the people who manage the business. For example, see, companies board of directors, company CEOs, company departmental heads, they all are doing the planning for the organization. Okay, so suppose they want to introduce a new product into the market. So first they should know the financial status of the business, then they should know what will be the cost involved in the business. So management accounting is totally based on the financial accounting and the cost accounting. So whatever the business decision, whatever the company policy should be taken on the basis of the financial accounting and the cost accounting. Is that clear? Clear, student?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now you can see the terminologies. Now this terminologies is very much important for commerce student. For 11th standard, you have seen all these terminologies. Okay. Now art student and science student, please pay attention because it is very important. On the basis of this terminology, the entire accounts is depend. Okay. So first is the transaction. So what is transaction? Transaction is the exchange between the two parties. Okay. Transaction involve give and take. That means if you are selling something, the one is buyer and one is seller. So buyer is buying the thing and seller is selling the thing. Okay. Now एक person बेच रहा है और दूसरा person खरीद रहा है. So one is seller. Seller is selling the thing and buyer is purchasing the thing. Okay, so this buying and selling, this is termed as transaction. Okay, this transaction can be subdivided into cash transaction and the credit transaction. Now as the name suggests, cash transaction, that means if you are purchasing something and in the exchange if you are giving the money, that is called the cash transaction. But you are purchasing something and right now you don't have a money, so you are purchasing on the credit. For example, see, वहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल दिया, इन क्रेडिट ट्रांजेक्शन गुड्स आर एक्सचेंज फॉर द कैश रिसीवेबल और द पेबल इन फ्यूचर. दैट मींस आई एम परचेजिंग समथिंग, okay, but right now I don't have a money, so I am telling the person that I will give the money after 15 days or after 1 month. So that is called the credit transaction. Okay, is that clear? Last line, देखो, the person to whom the business owes money is called the creditor. That means suppose A doesn't have a money, so he have purchased the raw material from B and B had supplied, तो B क्या हो जाएगा? Business का creditor. Is that clear? Is that clear, student? I want answer from the science and arts background people.
Yes, ma'am.
This transaction is clear? कि what is transaction? Transaction दो लोगों के बीच में जो डीलिंग होती है उसको बोलते हैं ट्रांसैक्शन. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? ट्रांसैक्शन. ठीक है. उसके बाद कैश ट्रांसैक्शन होता है जिसमें कैश इन्वॉल्व होता है. क्रेडिट ट्रांसैक्शन होता है जिसमें क्रेडिट इन्वॉल्व होता है. दिस इज वेरी मच इरिटेटिंग. आई टोल्ड यू टू जॉइन ऑन टाइम. ओके, आई थिंक थोड़ा सा ब्लर हो रहा है, मैं स्क्रीन बढ़ा देती हूँ. Okay, can you able to see now? Next thing,
Yes.
Yeah. Next thing is good. Good means the things, article or the commodities that are exchanged. Okay. When I say goods, see in commerce, in accounts, goods means what? Anything can be good. If I am the manufacturer of the cloth, then that cloth will be goods for me. If I am the manufacturer of book, then that book will be the goods for me. So goods doesn't have any specific definition in the commerce. Okay. Suppose if I am the bookseller, then book will become the goods. If I am the chalk seller, then chalk will become the goods. So in whatever thing I am dealing, that is called goods. Next is services. Services mean wonder for the money. For example, you hire people. Like for example, you go to the doctor. Doctor check you and give you the medicine. So doctor is giving services. If you go to the lawyer, lawyer is serving you. So this is all services. So in the business organization, you require the help of the people. Like you require marketing, you require warehousing. So this is all services. Now profit and loss, I think whether you belong to arts, science or commerce, profit and loss तो आप लोगों को समझता है कि what is profit, what is loss. Yes, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
If you purchase something for 50,000, if you purchase something for 40,000, आपने कोई चीज 40,000 की परचेज की है, and if you are selling that for 50,000, तो 10,000 का प्रॉफिट हुआ आपको. Yes, when the income is more over expenses, that is called profit. But if the vice versa condition will be there, if you purchase for 50,000 and if you sell for 40,000, then 10,000 का loss हो गया आपको. Okay, तो profit and loss is clear. Income, business को जो भी पैसा आ रहा है, that means income means अमाउंट अर्न फ्रॉम द सेल ऑफ द गुड्स. ओके, आप जो सामान बेच रहे हो तो जो भी पैसा आपको आ रहा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड इनकम. ओके, नाउ एक्सपेंसेस मीन खर्चा. एक्सपेंसेस मीन्स द अमाउंट पेड. दैट मीन्स आप अपने एम्प्लॉइज को सैलरी दे रहे हो, गवर्नमेंट को टैक्सेस दे रहे हो. ये सारी चीजें बिजनेस के लिए क्या है? खर्चा. तो वो सारी चीजें क्या है? एक्सपेंसेस. नेक्स्ट इज एसेट्स. एसेट, इन ऑर्डर टू प्रोड्यूस द गुड, मैन्युफैक्चरर हैज टू परचेज द मशीनरी. अगर आपको कोई गुड्स बनाना है तो आपको मशीन्स लगेगी, आपको एक फैक्ट्री लगेगी, आपको बिल्डिंग लगेगी. ओके, उसको बोलते हैं एसेट. जो भी ऐसी चीज है जिसको आप मार्केट में बेच सकते हो, जिससे आप पैसा कन्वर्ट कर सकते हो, दैट इज कॉल्ड एसेट. तो बिल्डिंग, प्रॉपर्टी, मशीनरी, फैक्ट्री. ओके, आपके पास कार है, व्हीकल्स है, बैंक बैलेंसेस है, वो सारी चीजें कम अंडर द कैटेगरी ऑफ नेट एसेट. नेक्स्ट इज लाइबिलिटी. इन ऑर्डर टू रन द बिजनेस, आपने बैंक से लोन बोरो किया है. ओके, आपने किसी और से बोरो किया है, आपने क्रेडिटर्स से उधार लिया है. जो भी जितनी भी आपकी उधारी है, दैट इज कॉल्ड लाइबिलिटी. आई होप इट्स क्लियर. समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को स्टूडेंट ये सब टर्मिनोलॉजीज?
Yes,
हेलो,
ma'am.
I am getting yes, only yes. एक ही पर्सन से मुझे yes मिल रहा है. Please, I want everyone to give me the response. Student.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Because
Yes,
see,
ma'am.
okay, because
Yes,
for
ma'am.
okay. See, because why I'm telling again and again, because on the basis of this concept, the entire accounts is depend. Because after this, there will be a journal entry, then there will be a ledger entry. So first, you should know the terminologies. Okay, what is income, what is expenses, what is asset, what is liability. ये सारी चीजें आपको clear होना चाहिए. And those who are from commerce, जो लोग commerce से आए हैं, वो लोगों ने 11th standard में इसको पढ़ा. Yes, सही बोल रही हूँ मैं, student? Commerce
Yes,
people. हाँ. So,
Yes, ma'am.
so for the commerce people, it may be like a revision. But those who people who are from science background or from arts background, so please pay attention. And if you're not understanding anything, please let me know. Okay. Then you see the contingent liability. Now, what is a contingent liability? See, what example दिया second line में देखो. Mr. A has taken a loan from the bank. The bank feel that Mr. A should pay interest of 50,000, while the Mr. A feel that he should pay interest of only 30,000. Okay, as per the loan agreement, the bank files a case in the court against A. The liability of the Mr. A to pay additional interest of 20,000 is uncertain. See, कुछ लाइबिलिटीज होती है जो अनसर्टेन होती है. अनसर्टेन होती है मतलब वो हो भी सकती है, वो नहीं भी हो सकती है. ओके, लेट मी सी. आपने बैंक से लोन लिया है और आपके एग्रीमेंट में था कि आपको 30,000 ही भरना है, लेकिन अभी बैंक ने इमीडिएटली आपका लोन बढ़ा के 50,000 कर दिया. तो बैंक आपको कोर्ट में लेके चलिए. अब कोर्ट केसेस इज टोटली डिपेंड कि कोर्ट क्या डिसीजन लेता है. हो सकता है कोर्ट में भी इन द फेवर ऑफ बैंक, कोर्ट का जजमेंट में भी इन द फेवर ऑफ यू. तो जो लाइबिलिटीज है जो फिक्स नहीं है, दैट इज कॉल्ड द कंटीजेंट लाइबिलिटी, जो फ्यूचर में आ सकती है. लेकिन जो फिक्स लाइबिलिटी है, फॉर एग्जांपल आपने कोई आपने क्रेडिटर्स से पैसा लिए है या आपने किसी और से कुछ चीज ली है, जो भी चीजें आपने उधारी पे ली है वो लाइबिलिटी है, लेकिन जो लाइबिलिटी फ्यूचर के लिए है दैट इज कॉल्ड कंटीजेंट लाइबिलिटी। ओके, उसके बाद है कैपिटल। जो बिजनेसमैन होता है वो बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने के लिए अपना खुद का पैसा बिजनेस में लगाता है। जो ओनर अपना पैसा बिजनेस में लगाता है उसको बोलते हैं कैपिटल। ओके, कैपिटल मीन्स द मनी पुट इनटू द बिजनेस बाय द ओनर। इफ आई एम द ओनर ऑफ द बिजनेस, आई स्टार्टेड द बिजनेस और मैंने बिजनेस में पैसा लगाया है, दैट इज कॉल्ड कैपिटल। उसके बाद ड्राइंग्स, यहाँ पे ड्राइंग्स का मतलब वो ड्राइंग नहीं है जब स्कूल में करते थे आप लोग। ड्राइंग का मतलब यहाँ पे है, क्या है ड्राइंग? कॉमर्स पीपल कैन टेल
पैसे
मी।
निकालना।
पैसे निकालना।
जो ओनर विड्रॉ करता है।
वेरी गुड। सपोज आई एम द ओनर ऑफ द बिजनेस और मैंने अपने फॉर माय पर्सनल यूज, ओके, मैंने अपने पर्सनल यूज के लिए बिजनेस से पैसे निकाले हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड ड्राइंग्स। ओके, बिजनेसमैन अपने पर्सनल यूज के लिए जो पैसे निकालता है दैट इज कॉल्ड ड्राइंग। ओके, नेक्स्ट इज net worth. Now what is a net worth? Net worth is a difference between the total assets and the total outside liability. That means कि मेरे पास total asset कितनी है और total liability कितनी है। Okay, net worth का मतलब यह है कि total asset और total liability कितनी है। Suppose अगर मेरे पास एसेट ज्यादा है और लाइबिलिटी मेरे पास कम है, दैट मीन्स मेरा नेटवर्थ ज्यादा है। लेकिन अगर मेरे पास लाइबिलिटी ज्यादा है और मेरी एसेट्स कम है, दैट मीन्स मेरे पास, दैट मीन्स एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर और एट द एंड ऑफ द मंथ मेरे पास कितने एसेट्स है। अगर मेरी एसेट्स ज्यादा है, मेरे पास पैसे ज्यादा है, तो मेरी नेटवर्थ ज्यादा है। ठीक है, उसके बाद है डेटर एंड क्रेडिटर। नाउ डेटर कौन है? जिसको बिजनेस ने उधारी पे गुड्स सोल्ड किए हैं। ओके, सपोज कोई पर्सन मेरे पास आया जिसने, मैं आई एम अ बिजनेसमैन एंड समवन कम टू मी, क्या मुझे गुड्स दे दो और मैं फ्यूचर में पैसा दूंगा, दैट इज माय डेटर। लेकिन बिजनेस ने जिससे उधारी में पैसा लिया है उसको बोलते हैं क्रेडिटर। आई होप ये कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर है, डेटर और क्रेडिटर। स्टूडेंट प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड।
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now science.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the science and arts background people, DEBTTOR. तो it should be pronounced as dater. जो B है यहाँ पे वो silent है. Okay. It is my duty to tell you because some people pronounce this as debtor. It is not debtor. It is dater. The B is silent over here. Okay. So the word is dater. It is not debtor. Okay. So you can pronounce this. Dater क्या होता है? वो जिसको बिजनेस ने उधारी पे सामान दिया है और उनसे हमको पैसे लेने हैं, और जिसने हमको सामान दिया है उधारी पर वो हमारे क्रेडिटर है। आई होप दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इज क्लियर एवरीवन। हेलो।
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, ठीक है। उसके बाद देखो नेक्स्ट जो टर्मिनोलॉजीज है वो है एक्सपेंडिचर। नाउ बिजनेस expenditure means the payment based the business to obtain some benefit, that is assets, goods and services. That means आपने कुछ चीज परचेज की है, सपोज आपने मशीनरी परचेज की है या आपने मशीनरी को इंस्टॉल किया है, तो वो जो भी आपने खर्चा किया है दैट इज कॉल्ड एक्सपेंडिचर। उसके बाद वहां पे है कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर। एक्सपेंडिचर फॉर ऑब्टेनिंग द एसेट्स इज कॉल्ड द कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर। सी, आपको बिजनेस चलाना है, आपको बिजनेस आपने स्टार्ट किया, तो आपको बिजनेस में, प्लीज म्यूट स्टूडेंट, प्लीज म्यूट। आपको बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने के लिए जो इन्वेस्टमेंट लगा, जो भी आपने मशीन परचेज की, जो भी आपने बिल्डिंग परचेज की, दैट इज कॉल्ड कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर। नेक्स्ट इज रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर। Expenditure on obtaining good and services is called revenue expenditure. Expenditure देखो, तो बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने के लिए जो पैसे आपने खर्चा किए हैं उसको बोलते हैं कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, लेकिन बिजनेस चलाने के लिए आप जो खर्चा कर रहे हो दैट इज कॉल्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर। सी, यू कैन सी द लास्ट लाइन, जो मेरा कर्सर है, ये मेरा कर्सर दिख रहा है आपको, रेंट, सैलरी, ट्रैवलिंग, दैट मीन्स आपने बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर दिया, नाउ आपको अपने एम्प्लॉय को सैलरी देना है, आपने रेंट पे कोई सामान खरीदा है वो आपको देना है, इट्स कॉल्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर। दैट मीन्स बिजनेस को स्टार्ट करना है, इफ बिजनेस यू वांट टू स्टार्ट द बिजनेस, वो टाइप पे आप जो खर्चा कर रहे हो दैट इज कॉल्ड कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर। एंड डे टू डे एक्सपेंसेस जो बिजनेस को चलाने के लिए आप कर रहे हो दैट इज कॉल्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर। उसके बाद नेक्स्ट है डेफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर। नाउ व्हाट इज डेफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर? इज दैट एक्सपेंडिचर व्हिच इज कैरी फॉरवर्ड एंड इट विल बी बेनिफिट ओवर अ सब्सिक्वेंट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम। दैट मीन्स कि आपने जो है खर्चा किया है और ये खर्चा आपको बहुत दिन तक चलेगा। सी, इसका एग्जांपल है एडवर्टाइजिंग। एडवर्टाइजिंग के लिए जो है आप जो एडवर्टाइजिंग है वो 3 साल के लिए करते हो, 2 साल के लिए करते हो। आप जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट करते हो उसका पैसा आप 3 साल के लिए दे देते हो, लेकिन फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग जो है वो 1 साल के लिए बनता है, लेकिन आपने पहले से 3 साल की पेमेंट करके रखी है, तो वो आपके लिए रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर। लास्ट इज अकाउंटिंग ईयर। जैसे मैंने कल ही आपको बताया था कि अकाउंटिंग ईयर स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द 1st of April and starts on 31st of March. तो ये सारे टर्मिनोलॉजीज है। ओके, once again I am sharing the screen. Go through the screen, सारे terminologies, look at this, and if you find any terminologies that is not clear, please let me know. Okay, now let's see. Accounting is used to record and report the business activities. As I told you, कि every day there are several activities take place in the business organization, and it is not possible for the human being to remember each and everything. So we are making the books of accounts in that date wise we entered all the transaction. So record and we report also. So accounting principle or the concepts are the ideas and rules followed by the accountant while recording and reporting the business transaction. That means those who are preparing the books of account, they have to follow certain rules and regulation. Okay, and while recording the business transaction, and this rules and regulation is known as the accounting principles. Accounting principles shows how the income, expenses, assets, and liabilities of the business are to be recorded and to the reported. That means it is very important. See, in the business, there are a lot of people involved. There are people, those who have started the business, their employee involved, government want their taxes, employee want their salaries, owner want profit, there are shareholders, those who want dividend. So there are several people, there are various stakeholders are involved in the business. So it is very much necessary on the part of the accountant that he should follow the proper principle while recording the assets and liabilities of the business. Okay, now let's see the point number 2. What are the importance? Accounting principles are important. See, as I told you, there are a lot of stakeholders because owner is there, employee is there, customer is there, government is there. Okay, there are a lot of people involved in the business. So it is very much necessary on the part of the accountant कि उसके accounting principles जो है वो अच्छे से record हो. And we'll see the advantage. First one is standard rules. Hello, someone is telling something. Hello. Okay, I'm audible, student. मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Hello. Someone is telling something. They can write in the
Yes,
chat.
ma'am.
Okay. Standard rule. First one is standard rule. Accounting principles provide standard rules to the accountant for recording and reporting the business activities. Okay. So first, the accountant has to follow the standard rules. Whatever the standard rules are given in the book, the accountant has to follow that rule. Second is the objective rules. These rules are objective and not subjective. This ensures that the accountant are written. See, accounts are written in the uniform way. Otherwise, in the absence of such rule, each accountant will record and report that transaction in the different way. See, there is a standard formation. For example, see, if you appear for the 100 marks paper, all of you have attempted 100 marks paper, right? In the lower classes while you are in schools. हर किसी ने 100 मार्क्स का पेपर, तो आपको 100 मार्क्स के लिए कितना टाइम मिलता था? कितने आवर्स मिलते थे 100 मार्क्स के लिए? 3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours. It is standard 3 hours. Yes. कोई any school you belong? Yes or no? Yes or no? So why?
Yes.
So there should be a standard rule. Okay, ऐसा नहीं है कि this school is giving 3 hours, that school is giving 2 hours. ऐसा नहीं था. एक standard rule था. For 100 marks paper, there should be 3 hours. 75 marks paper, there will be 2.5 hours. So एक standard set है. Same way यहाँ पे भी for accountant also there should be a standard. Okay. Next is the reliable account. जो accounts है that should be reliable. That means के banks, creditors, lenders जो भी है, जो भी डिसीजंस ले रहे हैं उसमें कुछ अनरिलायबल चीजें नहीं होनी चाहिए. सारी चीजें जो है वो सच्ची होनी चाहिए. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट इज कंप्लीट. The user can be that account following the complete information. अब अकाउंटेंट ने जो भी अकाउंट्स लिखा है वो अकाउंट्स जो है प्रॉपर होना चाहिए, कंप्लीट होना चाहिए. ओके.